one of the city's most notorious gangs.
Critical Thinkers Podcast.
So crack all my life, ever since I was 11 years old. While the other young boy was trying to, in the park, playing football or baseball, I was on the streets getting money.
They label us a gang for coming together for something positive, for a movement to help the people. I mean, I know where I stand. I know I'm not a part of no gang.
We don't have no colors. A lot of my friends, they like to represent their Haitian flag that represent their country.
I like to extend high honors to the ancestors. Those ancestors being the ancestors of the Nile Valley that were responsible for some of the greatest civilizations that the world have ever witnessed. Those civilizations were predicated on the principles of mud.Fake, which we define as truth, order, and righteousness.
Well, over here, critical thinkers, the truth don't need no support. God made Haitians of the Haiti made Zoe. We would like to welcome y'all to another episode of Critical Thinkers. Y'all know my slogan, God made Haitians of the Haiti made Zoes. And you know over here at Critical Thinking, the truth don't need no support at all. What's good, Junky Jump? Talk to me. What you got to say to the people before we get started, my brother?
Man, what's going on, man?
You chilling like a villain,
Back
my
in the building once again.
Hello.
Like it said, on the sidewalk on 561st, the shit don't stop till the casket drop. Once again, I'd like to welcome y'all to another blessed episode of Critical Thinker Podcast. We would love for y'all to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button, right? So therefore, anytime we bring this gas to y'all will hear that what? Bing!
Hello.
You feel me? So I like to give a shout out to little Haiti, because it's little Haiti that made me. And it's also little Haiti that raised me. So I like to give a warm welcome to all the followers, all the subscribers. Hey man, we appreciate y'all for always tuning in to Critical Thinkers Podcast, and I am your main man, Junky Jump, Little Haiti Soldier. For sure. What's going on, Kenny K, man? We've been away from this little social media thing for a little bit, but you already know, handling the business on the back end.
Hello.
You feel me? A lot of this stuff that we be talking about, right? What y'all seeing on this Critical Thinkers Podcast, man, listen, man, this thing is like 10% of what y'all see. 90% of this shit is behind the scenes, man, so we have to tussle, tug, fuck around and fight with a lot of different facets of life. There's a lot of shit that be going on, you know, in our personal lives and with this business, man, to keep this thing going so y'all can stay in tune to what's going on. But it ain't nothing but a thing, because you know where we come from, boy, we go hard. You know what I'm saying? From the cradle to the grave, man, we come from the hood. Everybody know that hood life, it ain't good life, and it is hard in the struggle. So, man, we learn how to take that thing like a grain of sand, man, put that thing on our back, and boy, we gonna hold it down.
Make it do what it do.
Make it do what it do.
Hello.
You feel me?
Junky Jump,
Yeah,
my brother,
man.
boy, the internet streets is not looking too good, Jump.
Oh, my God.
I might want to take something back, John, because I know on one of the episodes I told you I think the internet streets is safer than the streets. Nope. The internet streets
Just as rough.
Rough is the real street.
Just as rough.
The internet streets is going crazy.
Yeah, I think anytime you got street behind anything, the streets.
It's gonna be a
It's
situation.
rough, rugged, and raw, man. I don't care if you got a broad in the front, right? You know, a broad kind of make things a little more fitting. But when you say a broad from the streets, it's a whole different
Street
ball
broad.
game.
It's a problem.
Broad.
Anything with street in it.
Man,
So yeah,
streets,
these
man.
internet streets is no different than the real streets.
Yeah.
We learning this, but the internet streets right now is going crazy.
Right.
But guess what, John?
Yeah.
They not going more crazy than your cousin H.O.E. Adams.
Hold up, man. Hold up.
Junk.
I thought that was your cousin from sister,
Junk,
brother, cousin, uncle
Junk, that
on the
listen,
old boy side.
Listen here, Junk.
That Mark.
That nigga, I thought you buried that nigga, but guess what? He done dug himself out the grave. He back. He won't stop talking about Zoe Pound.
Still
And
going.
right now, Junk, he got a real mean scam game going on. He got a real
Tell
mean
me about
scam
it, bro,
game, right?
Because you know,
Listen.
me, I've been working, and you know, I had fell back from, you know what I'm saying,
Listen.
the internet for a little while, because I know my main
I
man
got
will
you,
keep
Junk.
me
I
posted.
got you. Listen, right now, he was on Cam Capone. His new scam right now is tents. right? He begging for money for tents. He pretending to be
Hold
like,
up, Kitty K. Hold
listen,
up. Hold
yes.
up. Now, I thought last year, around November, December of 2024, I think I did a little shorts. And I'm going to let y'all see that short. All right? I'm going to let y'all see that. Y'all lay around for the short. But on the shorts, he was acting like he was crying on TV.
Yeah.
Talking about, oh, what's up for little Haiti, for Haiti? Oh, it's just going on in Haiti. Oh, we need the tents in little Haiti. Trying to finesse the people, trying to finagle the people.
That's what he doing
out
right
of
now.
funds, because now it came to the forefront, right? Now the realization about the whole demonstration about Ali Ho Adams, like we've been telling the world, he is a hoe, and the hoe is not calling him a bitch,
And
even though
imposter.
he's a broad ass imposter.
Yo.
But he is the Haitian of embarrassment. The man has been trying to defraud the public for the longest. Ever since his case, he found a way to tell the world that the reason why he told on Gary Sue Front, the dude that he was using as a tool to say that he had 144 pieces of property, which none of them wasn't his. All of that stuff was mortgage fraud houses that Gary Sue Front had. He had none of them. He talked about the store that he had. He talked about the laundromat that he had. None of them he really owned. He tried to send some shit to my homeboy Lots. Shout out to my main man Lots, man. He from Carol City. He a real one from Carol City. And instead of him coming to do the interview with Lots, you know what he did? He sent the man some typed up paperwork like a nigga a lame. So when Lots, I hollered at Lots, right? I'm like, damn, Lots, what's going on, man? He was like, yeah, man, you know, Ali had sent me some paperwork showing that he did own this property and owned it this and that or what have you. I said, let me see that document. So he showed the document on one of his videos. And I was like, yo, Lot, check this out, man. I'm a penitentiary nigga, bro. First and foremost, I understand paperwork because I checked a lot of paperwork when I was in that joint. Junky is on point like a bow and arrow. And like I let him understand is one thing about official court documents. When you have official court documents, they will line the size of that letterhead. When you're looking at official documents, you will never see a sentence start on official documents where you leave one paragraph here and then it starts here and then it goes there. It'll be all lined up first. That's how the vets know if your paperwork is official or not. Because a lot of niggas, even in the joint, when they had fucked up paperwork and they ended up on one of them compounds where they know them niggas had them big butchers, them big swords ready to kill a rat, they had either somebody they know how to type, one of their loved ones. These niggas, I'm gonna tell you how these federal niggas be, man. Just like fraud ass Ali, they would take some fucking documentation and make their people carbon copy some shit. And if you're not on point and you don't know official documents, you will be tricked. So he tried to trick Lots with that fake ass documentation. That's why he didn't want to show his face, homeboy. He sent you the paperwork so you could speak on his behalf, not knowing, boy, it's vets out here that been there, done that, and know that official paperwork. So this man had fraudulent paperwork to try to prove the fake ass property that he was claiming that was officially Gary Sue Front shit. He never had none of that shit for real.
The reality of all this, the people go do their research. All they gotta do is go find that episode of Greed that he had his agents take off the air.
That
but
shit
it's out there.
Yeah, it got off the air though. How the fuck he get that? That is a real agent.
Listen, he has a real good agent. But the internet is undefeated.
Right.
The internet, go do their research. The episode of Greed, starring
Gary Sue Front was on that,
yes,
right?
It's gonna show him snitching. They gonna lay it all out. This nigga Junk, I never seen a nigga like this in my life. I'm so embarrassed. This nigga keep screaming out Zoe Pound name, and the nigga act like he wake up to like he on mushrooms.
Bro, but you know what's so crazy, fam? This the crazy shit. And you know, I blame the followers. I blame the people that entertain that shit. Cause right now, in any shape or fashion, a motherfucker could come out the woodworks like he was saying, and they could claim the name. But the difference between the real and the fake is cut and dry. Yeah, you could claim the name. Like today, me and you could create a company and say Critical Thinkers Podcast. A motherfucker could come and just put the Critical Thinkers Podcast Inc. and people will think that that's me and you. Mm-hmm. So that's the difference between the people that know and don't know. And since this nigga, he's already a fraud and he had it in his mind because, like you said, he was the #1 fan of Zoe Pound, and he just so funny bunny. He had a hard on for men first, right? Mm-hmm. And the men that he encountered, Zoe Pound, was something that he really yearned to be within. He really wished that he could be like the official Zoe Pound niggas that he met through P. You know what I'm saying? And once he laid his eyes on the official real Zoe Pound, bro, that was the time of his life. That was the most important time of his life to even try to come close to something that's real and authentic as far as he understood. So now, whenever him and some of the other homies that he encountered or he became cooler with, you know what I mean, he took that opportunity to try to fool the people that because he had some type of experience being around certain ZP niggas, that he could trick the people to believe that I'm actually a Zoe Pound nigga because I've been around the real Zoe Pound, I'm Haitian, and whatever fraudulent activity that he had mentally to fool and deceive the people. Till he went as far as fucking with the name.
But you know what,
incorporating the name.
I don't mean to cut you off, right? But even though he was able to do that, right?
Right.
The one thing I love about the internet, it is undefeated.
Yes, sir.
And when he first came out, he had a lot of people fooled. But the internet look at him as a straight clown now.
Right.
They never in their life seen something so fucking ignorant.
Because the proof is in the pudding, right?
This nigga ignorant intellect is on a different fucking level.
Right.
This nigga is so fucking ignorant, so unintelligent.
Right.
He's not even funny.
Imbecile, bro.
Listen, the people is laughing at him, and he thinking they laughing with him. And the one thing that he didn't understand, he thought he was gonna come home and defraud the people saying Zoe Pound.
Right.
But what this monkey ass nigga didn't realize, you gonna have to speak. You're
Right.
gonna have to get on camera
Right.
and talk
Got to
and
prove
show
yourself.
your intellect.
Yes.
Show the people who you are.
Yes.
And a blind person could see through his bullshit.
Right.
He can't trick a motherfucking bum to give him $1.
Right.
What say now he gonna sell that he the leader of Zoe Pound and you gonna run some scam and you want people to donate to some fucking tents
Right.
and donate to your what that you was able to steal a name,
Right.
just like how you said
Right.
on Cam Capone, how Cameron Jim Jones started the Bird Gang logo. Cameron went behind and stole it.
Just
That's
like
where you
his
got the
creep
idea
ass.
from. I guess that's where you got the
Suck-ass
idea from. Because I know you never had a ideal of your own in your own head. But the beauty of it is now the people on the internet is laughing at this fucking clown.
Right.
He is a buffoon, and he's going to go down in history as the clown pound of this Zoe shit.
Yeah.
There's nobody following him. Everyone could see through his bullshit. The nigga is an embarrassment to Haitians.
Did she show it?
You understand me? He think he could live off the past. The nigga got everything about him is fake. And every time the interviewer asks him an intellectual conversation, this motherfucker go to talk about rainbows, butterflies, midgets. He talk about everything except what you asking this dumb motherfucker.
And not to cut you off, K-Star, right? At the same token, because and I gotta say he a clown. Whoever behind this Cam Capone shit, because you never see the face, right? Cam Capone got to be a clown, and he got to be desperate for views right now, because I'm assuming that he got way more viewers or followers than what's
Cam
watching
Capone
this shit, right?
is another businessman.
Right.
Cam Capone, listen to how Cam Capone talk to him. Cam Capone know he's lying, but that's what he paid the imbecile to come do come be a buffoon on my stage. Cam Capone gonna ask him, you know Peter Pan? Yeah, I know Peter Pan. I taught him how to fly.
So Cam's still trying to get views or something? He's
Listen,
still trying to get followers? He's still
no,
trying to get subscribers?
All he's doing is
what's the
entertaining.
motive behind this shit?
Cam,
because the man is not entertaining. Like you said, he's an embarrassment.
But listen, Cam platform is to put buffoons out there to embarrass himself. That is his job. See, Cam platform is different than ours. You understand me? We are content because we are legendary.
But you know what? I'm going to take that back from even saying Cam Capone got to be an idiot. You know what? Because maybe Cam Capone is really trying to expose this guy. Because Cam asked him one time about Mac and Zoe. He ran out on that interview, which we know he don't have nothing really to connect him to Mac and Zoe. But at the same token, just to get this out, Kester, Zoe Pound is known as a unified force of folks, right? Like me and you talking today, everybody and their mama understand that Junk and Kester is from that flock. They from that tree. You got dudes like Mac and Zoe, and you got a few other guys, even though they was probably artists and stuff. You got like the Red Eyes, the Blinds. You got a couple of other core dudes that's known, as Zoe Pound affiliated, period. But when you talk about Zoe Pound and you ask this clown about Zoe Pound, and he's the only one presenting himself as Zoe Pound, the question would be, what happened to the rest of the guys? Why is none of the other guys that were part of what the Zoe Pound meant, why none of them are actually supporting you? Who the hell are you? We know Zoe Pound ain't had no leader. We're a leaderless gang, right? Or a leaderless clique. The white folks want to make us a gang, but we know we want no gang. We are a movement, and we're going to continue the movement, because what our plight was what we was facing right here in America. And what we was trying to accomplish was to have people to understand that Zoe Pound is a force that has to be respected as a force to be reckoned with.
And Haitians was equal to Americans.
To Americans, period. Because they're our brothers, period.
Yes.
And the only thing about Haitians is, the uneducated, whether it's Haitians, Americans, Cubans, or whoever, the uneducated ones didn't know that we were brothers because of what? The Willie Lynch syndrome, right? We still got people today that suffer from the Willie Lynch syndrome, because guess what it is? Like we always say, we critical thinkers. It's on the mental. They took the shackles off our hands and put it in our minds. So that was the only reason why people had a misunderstanding, whether it was Americans, Jamaicans, other Haitians, because it was just not the Americans that were oppressing other Haitians. You had Jamaicans, you had Bahamians, you had Latinos, you had white folks, you had all kind of people that disrespected or didn't give Haitians the honor. And the only thing Zoe Pound brought to the table was to wake the people up and let them know, hey, Haitians got a right to be respected as a force to be reckoned with, because now, today, they are still the only black republic in the Western Hemisphere where we're at today.
And most important, that Haitians are equal to any other person.
Any other
Americans,
race.
Jamaicans,
any other race. We all
Haitians
brothers.
are equal.
We're part of the human family.